get away with it, you know, for years. You can get away with bad habits for years, and you run into the wrong guy. Then it's like, oh wow, I can't get away with that anymore. And now, you know, the type of individual he is, he looks for a reason. I gotta say something. I gotta give him a reason why this didn't happen. So, only problem is, you know, he can have the best camp that he's ever had in his life. You know, that's fine. You could have 8, 10 weeks. You could have a great camp, but you know, I've got years of conditioning and living right and doing the right things with my body. And an 8-week camp is no match for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years.
Sergey skipped this session with us, Andre. He said that he feels like he sold the fight enough, that you didn't go to the face-off thing, and you know the rest of it can be on you because he's done his part.
I felt the same way. I felt like we did 80% of the work.
Joke.
You know, and that's a fact. You know, I mean, he's not the most entertaining guy. He's not the most. When you talk to him, you don't walk away blown away. I mean, just being honest, like same lines, same rehearsed stuff. You know, he's got an image he's got to uphold. You know, and that's the image that, you know, a lot of the media gave him and he gave himself as being this crusher. So, you know, the dude walks around angry all the time. And, you know, that doesn't really, hardcore fans may like it and appreciate it, but mainstream fans, they don't really understand that. The guy's got to smile a little bit more. He can still be mean. I smile, I have a good time. You know, I definitely have my game face on, but, you know, it's a time to turn the switch on and when to turn it off. But in terms of promoting the fight, I think we've done way more than him, you know, way more than him. And it really doesn't even matter. We've explained the face-off situation in detail. It's not really a long story, it's a short story. I'm just not interested in even, you know, really elaborating on that stuff, man. I'm on a mission right now, and I refuse to be distracted by any of the outside chatter. That stuff is for the build-up, and we're here now. We're a few days away, so I'm on a mission to get in the ring, defend my belts, and glorify God, and go home and kiss my wife and kids. That's the mission. But I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
What if I skip this session? What do you think would be written?
You would have been hammered, and you have been hammered before for missteps along the way. There's no doubt about it.
And just to say, he's done nothing. You know, obviously, Andre's been working. We've been, you know, trying to do everything we can to build up this fight. He's done nothing, okay? And this whole thing about the face-off is a joke, and you can quote me on this, okay? The champ was delayed 3 hours, as we've stated in the past, going from Oakland to Las Vegas on Saturday night for the Canelo fight, okay? There was a commitment. The number one priority that weekend was to get in front of that pay-per-view audience, which turned out to be 1 million homes, okay? That was the number one priority. What came on the face-off on Sunday was secondary, okay? So this guy decides after he trains, he's too tired, he's not gonna make the drive, okay? And then he says, you know what, 4:45 in the afternoon, after Andre's been sitting in the airport for 2.5 hours, oh my gosh, I'm too tired, I'm not gonna go. And so we're gonna let the champ sit there Saturday night, wondering whether or not the guy's gonna show up on Sunday? No. We're not gonna let those head games, you know, create themselves. No. Okay, that's the story. All right, so I'm tired of hearing about the face-off. Let's talk about the Canelo and the 1 million homes that we could have reached with him and Andre together. And Andre still did the interview by himself.
How high is your confidence when you talk about the fight, Andre, that his only route to victory is to knock you out? I mean, given what happened after you got knocked down and the way you controlled that fight in the second half, is that the way you're feeling?
No, I don't feel that way. You know, I don't feel that way. I think Kovalev is you know, he's a good boxer. He's a great champion, former champion. But in my mind, you know, he's a champion caliber fighter. So I've never felt like that's his only shot. You know, you saw in the early parts of that fight, he you know, has some success. He has a good jab. He can box. He can do a lot. He's not just a one-dimensional fighter. So I've never felt like that.
Has it been frustrating at all for you? You know, you were two of the best fighters, maybe the two best fighters in the world, about the fight on Saturday night, and then kind of a spectacle is kind of getting a lot of attention this week. That's not even a real fight, so to speak.
Which,
so,
Mayweather?
Yeah. Has it been
Not really.
frustrating?
At the end of the day, man, I applaud them. I'm glad they got it done, you know. I didn't think they were going to get it done. I think it's, I mean, me personally, I may be in the minority, but I think it's a good thing, you know. I mean, the timing of it, you know, we're in the middle of a fight week. It is what it is. I think the people that were going to buy our fight are still going to buy our fight. The people that were going to come out are still going to come out. So I don't feel like it affects me one way or the other, you know, honestly. I mean, I know people, you know, you can look at it from a different vantage point, but it kind of is what it is, you know. It's not really a big deal to me.
The timing doesn't bother you?
No, he felt like that's what he wanted to do, I mean, he's in a position where he can do that. He's earned that position, so you can put one Instagram video out or one Instagram post and it's national news for, you know, the next 2-3 days. I mean, he's earned that right in that position. But again, those are things that, you know, it comes with the territory, and you just gotta stay focused, man. You can't get distracted with that kind of stuff. You know, I honestly feel like the people that are gonna buy this fight are still gonna buy it. The people that are intrigued about it are still intrigued. I don't think, you know, we may have got swallowed up yesterday, and it's obviously out there now, but I think we're gonna be all right.